Today on CunkGPT on Prague, I'm in a place that's famous for its beer, bridges, and a clock that's older than time itself. Welcome to Prague, the heart of Europe and the liver of the Czech Republic. Prague is so steeped in history, it's like a tea bag left in a cup of time. Founded over 1,000 years ago, it's older than some of the food in my fridge. They say history is around every corner, but I haven't found it yet. Maybe it's hiding. Here I am on the Charles Bridge. It's like London Bridge, but it hasn't fallen down and it's not for sale. Named after some king called Charles, it's been standing since the 1300s, making it older than some jokes on the internet. You can't help but admire the Vltava River, flowing through Prague like a ribbon tying history together. It's like the city's own natural conveyor belt, only instead of luggage, it's carrying centuries of stories. And just like my understanding of Czech history, it twists and turns in ways you wouldn't expect. Each statue here tells a story I can't understand because I don't speak statue. So this is Charles Bridge, a place where history, art and tired feet come together. It's like a museum, but without the gift shop at the end. Behold, the Prague astronomical clock, a timepiece so complex, it makes you wonder if it's easier to just guess the time. Built in 1410, it's the only clock that shows what medieval people thought time looked like. It's like the Big Ben of Prague, if the Big Ben had a PhD in astrology. This clock doesn't just tell you the time, it tells you the universe's secrets, or at least the medieval version of them. I'm not sure if I'm looking at a clock or a map to bury treasure. Every hour it puts on a show with moving figures, which is the 15th century version of a Netflix binge. How do you even set an alarm on this thing? Or was waking up on time not invented yet in the 15th century? I'm wandering through Prague's magical Christmas markets, where it feels like Santa's elves had taken over the city. The air smells like mulled wine and holiday spirit. It's like stepping into a Christmas card, if the card was life-sized and sold sausages. Everywhere you look, there's lights, ornaments, and enough tinsel to wrap a small country. Every stall here is like a tiny Santa's grotto, filled with handcrafted toys, candles that smell like my childhood Christmas, and enough festive cheer to power Santa's sleigh. And the food! I'm trying a bit of everything. Gingerbread that's too cute to eat, sausages that are a meal in themselves, and something called svarak, which is mulled wine, but somehow even more Christmassy. It's like a culinary hug on a cold night. So there you have it, Prague, a city that's so much more than a pretty face on a postcard. It's a maze of history, art and cobbled streets that probably confuse even the locals. Now if only I can find my way back to the hotel without being distracted by another stunning view.